are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I just want to say thank you to the people that have reached out to me to see if I'm all right. I'm all right, okay? My depression isn't like a serious depression. It's not something I'll be going to the doctors to see what's wrong with me or anything like that. It's something I can figure out. It's all self-inflicted, pretty much. I have no chemical imbalance. When this shit happens to me, it's because I'm doing something wrong. But I have thought about it a little bit. The thing that is happening to me at the moment is I'm being pulled in two different directions within myself. So I've got comedy and everything that revolves around the comedy, which is a selfish pursuit. Comedy is the most selfish thing you can fucking do with your life. Don't let any fucking cunt, especially a comedian, tell you they're doing it for other people. They're not. It's a completely fucking selfish pursuit. It's for narcissists, sociopaths, and fucking psychopaths. And I fit in all three of those categories. So I've got the comedy thing that's driving, and that's all ego fucking driven shit. And that was never a problem because there was nothing else going on. I could always just go to comedy, do the thing, do the shit. Leaving home was never a problem. That was all fucking fine. The laughs would satiate the ego a little bit, but it all feeds into like this ego. So that's one side of the equation, that comedy idea that I've been chasing for like over a decade now. And that was always my passion, my great love. That was the thing driving me. Now, on the other side of the equation, like kids and family, I'll be very honest, when my son was like 2, 3, that sort of area, maybe even up until 4, I was happy to get the fuck out of the house and go to comedy and hang out with fucking degenerates and do all this bullshit. It was a pleasure to be able to leave the fucking house. But over the last, let's say, couple of years, it's become more and more fucking difficult to justify fucking leaving the house because I don't care about anything in the world more than I care about my kids. It's fucking wild. I've become like the archetypical dad. It's fucking crazy. So I fucking just want to spend every single minute and fucking hour I can with my kids. I feel like whenever I'm away from them, I'm missing some important fucking moment in their life or some part of the development. And when you're watching your kids grow up, you're learning a lot as well. You're learning a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about learning. You learn a lot about learning as well. It's fucking fascinating. I do spend a lot of time on my phone ignoring them as well, but I'm there. Like I can just fucking look up from the phone. Oh yeah, see what's going on and then look back down. Tell them to shut up if they're asking me questions as well, but I'm there as long as I'm there. And when it comes to like evaluating what I should spend my time on, I always think about the future. Like when I die, what am I going to be fucking most proud of? What do I want when I'm on my fucking deathbed? And it's never I want the fucking plaudits of the general public. I want them to appreciate the work that I did. I don't give a fuck about any of that. None of it. I'm like, I want my kids to have thought I was a fucking great dad. I just want to be a fucking good dad. I'd burn all of it to the fucking ground just for that. So you see the problem I've got here? I'm being pulled in two directions. One direction is just completely selfish direction, and the other one is completely not selfish. What's the fucking opposite to selfish? Who gives a fuck? So I've got polar opposite things that I want to be doing. So to do the selfish thing, I have to sacrifice the only thing I actually care about. Like time with the kids needs to be taken and invested in this other thing. And I'm finding it fucking more and more difficult to justify. So the last like couple of weeks, I've just been like, fucking, I need to have a direction. If I'm going to continue doing comedy, I need a reason. I need a fucking reason to sacrifice the good thing for the selfish thing. So I need to do comedy in a fucking way that I can justify. It needs to have meaning. I can't just do it like I used to. I can't just walk out of the fucking house, go to some fucking gig, run a few jokes, and I can't fucking justify it that way. So I have to fucking create something that I feel like is gonna last. Because comedy doesn't fucking last. Stand-up comedy fucking barely lasts 5-6 years. You watch old Pryor, old fucking anything, it ages real fucking quick. There's some Louis C.K. stuff that hasn't aged too bad. Chappelle's first 2 specials fucking still stand. White Precious, Kurt Metzger, Elephant in the Room, Patrice O'Neill, they all hold up. So unless I'm fucking aiming towards doing something as great as those things are, then there's no point. So I have to fucking try and do something as great as that. That's the only way to fucking justify it, is do something that I feel like will stand the test of time. This is also egoic driven shit, but it still would give me a way to do it, because the alternative is just to go into a crane again. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not fucking me. So I've got to figure out how to fucking do this. You also want your kids to think you're cool, and being a stand-up comedian is pretty fucking cool. But this, I would say, is the source of my fucking depression. I think I've come to a fucking way I can do it with meaning, that I can justify fucking pouring the amount of time I need to pour into it to make it great. Anyway, that's as honest as I can be about this shit. Don't have kids, they'll fuck you up. Life was so much easier when it was just fucking me, and I didn't give a shit about me. When you don't love anything, life is so much easier. Anyway, that's how I'm feeling this Saturday afternoon. Thanks again for all the cunts that fucking reached out. It's all good. Reach out to someone that's real fucked up. I'm just a fucking idiot. So that'll do for today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you the fuck later.